our Shabbat table this week, this past Friday night, somebody was saying something really interesting. He had davened that night at a shul where there was a Rebbe, like an important Hasidic Rebbe was there, and this person, he was explaining that that when he davens, like when he davens, let's say on his own, then he feels like, like when you're trying to use your cell phone and like you're in like a forest, or you're in like a bomb shelter or something. So you can't get reception. Like you're trying to use your cell phone and it won't. There's no reception. You can't call anywhere. He said having the Rebbe there, it means like the Rebbe is like it's like a cell phone tower. So how do cell phones work? Cell phone it has its own little antenna, and it has to connect with the frequency of the cell phone tower. So like when you're in when he's like in the bomb shelter or whatever, then there's no reception because his antenna can't reach the cell phone tower wherever it is, but being next to the Rebbe, like when the Rebbe's there and the Rebbe's davening, then he has perfect reception between his own spiritual cell phone and the cell phone tower. Through that, then he can get reception. And he can really like connect, and he can call Hashem on his spiritual cell phone. I love this mashal, like this metaphor. I thought it was really powerful. And so basically, like then as the conversation sort of wandered, like where it wandered, we were sort of talking about like how we can, like let's say that you're on your own, like you're not in a place where where there's an important rabbi or rebbe there. So how do you do this? How do you connect? How do you connect with divine wisdom without that, like on your own, independently? So we were talking about how inside of ourselves each of us has a bit of the divine. Each of us has a divine soul, and we have our mind. So our minds are like thinking their thoughts. So how does our mind connect with this bit of ourselves? I guess like this inner Rebbe within ourselves, which is our divine soul. In order to like live our lives in accordance with the way that Hashem wants us to be living our lives. So something that I've been thinking about a lot this year, is one of my main goals for this year, is learning to live in a way more in my intuitive mind. So let me explain. We have a tendency, I definitely have this tendency to live in a way where like my mind is like really like sped up. Like I'm thinking lots of thoughts. I'm thinking about what was and what will be and what's going on and the problems that were and the problems that will be and what I have to do and all my to-do list and how I'm going to get everything done. And like I get up like really, really, really sped up. And so Rabbi Niven of the Personal Development Chaboras, so he compares this kind of mind. It's like on a computer. Sometimes like you're using your computer and you have too many windows open on the computer, and so your computer gets really, really, really slow. It's like the kind of computer day where like you check your email and then like you go and you click to press your email. I'm sorry, to check your email, and then you go and make a sandwich in the meantime, right? Because you have that much time. Your computer is that slow. And when we're in our thinking mind, like what will be and what was and what I have to do and how I'm going to do this, and to get all like you're worried in your like intellectual thinking mode, then our minds get really, really slowed down. Like it's like we can't really think effectively. So what do? What's the goal? And this is counterintuitive, but if you really want to connect, if you really want this internal cell phone, like your mind, to be able to communicate with your soul, with your inner Rebbe, right? I guess maybe here. So then what you need to do is you need to quiet your mind. Get into like a calm place. Slow down. Stop thinking so much. Just sort of like be where you are. Just feel good for no specific reason and just be there. And just quiet yourself and calm down, and the most amazing thing will happen. If you can get into like this intuitive, slow down mode, the most amazing things will happen. You'll find like out of nowhere, like you have this problem that you're struggling with. Like a few months ago, I was struggling with trying to figure out where to send my son to first grade, my son Yoel, and so then I was like in this sort of sped up mode for like a few days, like, okay, I'm gonna send to this place or this place, this place or this place, this place is, and I was like, but this place has this, and this place is this, but this place is this, but this place, but maybe this, but maybe that, but maybe this, but this person said this, but that person said that, but this principle, that principle, but like, and totally driving myself crazy in this sped up, thinking mode. Because we think that when we have a problem, we have something that we're trying to figure out, that we can figure it out through this thinking. But really, the opposite is true. If you want to get in touch with your inner Rebbe, with your soul, what you need to do is you need to quiet your mind. Stop thinking so much. Sit down and just, listen to the chirping of the birds, or pay attention to your kids, or, make some cookies. Just slow down your mind. Slow down, empty your mind, slow your mind. And the most amazing thing is that out of nowhere, if you can get yourself into that mode, it's like out of nowhere, you'll have like this flash of wisdom. It's a flash of true wisdom. Like, I don't know, you'll be like, oh, I should call this person. This person will guide me in the right direction. Oh, really, I should do this. Like, out of nowhere, you'll like this divine soul. Your divine soul will guide you with true wisdom. So it's not easy, but it's something that I work on. It's something I struggle with a ton. I have a lot of buzzing around in my brain, a lot of thinking mode in my brain. But whenever I can do this, whenever I manage to do this, I see such wondrous results. So I want to bless all of us, including myself, that we should be able to a little bit quiet our minds, quiet them down, just get into like a good feeling kind of place for no specific reason. It's what some people call like accessing your in like a mode of innate health, a place where you just are like your mind is a bit quiet. And so out of that sort of mode of calmness and acceptance, you'll be able to access, Bezat Hashem, your own personal inner Rebbe. God bless all of you Jewish moms with an amazing, amazing week.